girl.
Thank you, thank you. Until May posted bond, I didn't know what I was really worth.
How much?
Later.
So tell me, I know it's not your first time in handcuffs.
That wasn't the worst of it. The pen was just crammed full of alley girls. God, skinny little things and barely enough to cover the essentials. Some of them twitching for a hit, some screaming to call their pips, and all of them young enough to be, well, when they found out what I was charged with, they laughed till they pissed all night long.
So how did it happen? And don't leave out a single detail.
Well, you know Mr. Gross.
The retired engineer.
Right. He's been dying to get in on the game, and his wife just watches him like a hawk. So Mr. Marvin's nephew's out of town this week, and Marvin's been watering his plants. We had it all planned.
Go on.
Well, the Monopoly boys invited Harold over, and when he came in, they presented him with a large poster in the shape of a check, inscribed, prepaid to the order of Harold Gross. 1 trip round the world with Edna Brown. And I was there, in my best bustier, my fishnet stockings, and my lovely black stilettos. And not much else.
Your mother would be so proud. And Mr. Gross must have been one happy birthday boy. So, you're in the apartment.
Someone puts on some jazz, and Harold and I begin to dance. And slowly, the boys slip out the door, and then I whisper into his ear, tonight, we're gonna do everything you can't do with, to, or on your wife.
Yes.
Then I throw him down on the bed, I tug off his pants, and just before I'm ready to nail his hat to the ceiling, I whisper, hi there, happy birthday, big guy. And before I know it, there is a banging on the door. Open up, this is the police.
Damn!
The poor man just lays there, open to the breeze, and the most awful whimper comes out of his throat, and he says, Edna, this is the story of my life.
Is there anything worse than coitus when it's interruptus?
You know, the whole business has gone downhill since the feds poked their nose in it and booted us out of Storyville. Our house wasn't grand, but the piano music playing in the parlor, the men bathed, hair combed back, dressed in their Sunday best, waiting downstairs, happy and shy. We knew them all. Knew their wives and kids, too. And you remember, it was Mr. Luigi and Monsieur Buddy, none of this anonymous John for any stranger with a Jackson in his billfold.
And I was called Miss Lillian, too. There was honor in the trade. My father came to Storyville often when I was a girl. Mother used to nod to Miss Sophie right in the street before Mass. Then, when my papa lost work and there was 7 mouths to feed, Miss Sophie had groceries delivered to the back step before the neighbors woke up. She wouldn't let us starve. Then, Papa found work, and there was dinner on the table and Saturday nights at Miss Sophie's. Then my mother got pregnant. There was plenty of Papa to go around.
I love that story, but those times are over. If we're going to stay in the business, we can't be living in the past. We need to put some money aside for our future. It's a matter of self-sufficiency.
I feel like we should all be eligible for Social Security in light of all our years of social service.
We need to double up and raise prices.
Mr. Simon asked for my hand in marriage. I was going to tell you.
Does he love you?
He's got a pension and money in the bank.
Ooh, when's he going to make an honest woman out of you? I can't tell you how it eases my mind knowing that you're getting married, that you're going to get out of the business, that you're going to be all right.
Sugar, I'm not going to marry Mr. Simon.
What? What happened?
Well, I called his daughters as a little surprise to meet us down at City Hall. Next thing I know, they swooped in, packed Mr. Simon up, and took him home with them to New Jersey. Told him if he didn't come to his senses, they were gonna shut him away in a home.
Well, there's customers to take care of. Let's get to work.